Captain Cardinal served as Armitage Huck's personal guard, as he was one of the orphans that Brandon Hux took to create the First Order from.
Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we're reviewing Captain Cardinal, one of the figures from Star Wars Galaxy Edge over in America, that kind of exclusives that are over there. But with this figure, actually, I don't remember him actually coming out as an exclusive, unless it was a new one for this year that was supposed to come out. But because of COVID, I think they started releasing these figures to the broader audience just to make up some money on their merchandise. But because I always remember Captain Pryor was in a set, Hondo, which they're all coming out, but not this guy. So maybe comment down below if he was just a single carded figure for Galaxy's Edge. But I remember when it all first came out and I tried following it all, but I don't really remember this guy, so hey ho. But he looks really cool. He's in my favourite colour ever, which is red, and is a First Order Trooper, which are pretty cool. But I'm hoping that he's got all the articulation in place, as I have got slightly a bit bored of these figures over the time. So here he is. We got in this new kind of, well, not new packaging, but it's the old type of packaging, but with newer parts on there. So up here we got the transported from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge trading outpost under there with a bit of Star Wars writing on that part. We got the kind of like red blaster in there, which is more like the Stormtrooper, Snowtrooper kind of blaster. We've got the pistol. We've got Captain Cardinal in there. We've got him on the side here. We've got it in a kind of a goldish sort of yellow colour on the side down there. We've got this kind of sort of Star Warsy wall, kind of sort of like bashed up look on the side, so we haven't got that red kind of part on the side. Star Wars Galaxy Edge at the top there, Captain Cardinal with the actual First Order logo on there. On the back we've got his bio and the picture again, and on this side Captain Cardinal with just Cardinal written in the black. So without further ado, let's just crack this bad boy open. Okay, so here he is in his blister pack. I've kind of kept the black sleeve behind it because it's slightly different, isn't it? It's not just a traditional kind of a red background to what we normally get. So in his blister pack we just got him and obviously his blasters that we could see. There's no hidden accessories or anything there. And the black kind of like in here, we've got that kind of sort of textured look inside of those grey lines. So we'll take him out for our first impressions for his review. And yeah, he looks pretty nice. I'm loving that red gloss. Looks pretty cool. Looks a bit kind of, I don't know whether his visor's slightly a little bit down on the black rubber part on there. But nonetheless, I'll go away for a review and we'll see you in a moment. So welcome back. I've been away and I've taken these photos, and I must admit I kind of like this character. I didn't really know much about him. I kind of looked at a few sort of reviews online, and he's just basically one of the sort of original First Order Stormtroopers, originally from Jakku. Very poor boy, but got taken in by the First Order, and they fed him and made him strong. So he thought, what a great program, and went around the universe and galaxies collecting more orphans and becoming one of the best Stormtroopers, and trained the new First Order as we know today. Later on down the line, Phasma did join the First Order, who received captain a lot quicker than this guy actually obtained it. Kind of a bit of bitter rivalry there. They did have a fight, and Phasma handed him on his arse. So I guess he's not as good as Phasma, but I think his armour looks pretty cool. And I kind of like these new variants as well. The Stormtroopers have been getting them with the sort of like the Commander, the sort of silver, you know, and the Shadow Trooper. We're getting those. So, and we have the Clone Troopers who have these different variants. So yes, the First Order Stormtroopers should start having their captains and different things in different colours as well, and started bringing those to the shelves. And I think he looks pretty cool. So first off, it comes with two accessories. One of his blaster rifle with the extra stock on there. Can't remember the actual number of the gun. It's like F11 I think, or E11D or something like that. But yeah, it's got the extra stock on there. It's all painted in red and black rather than white and black, and all the details are actually on there, and there's no colour bleed, which is pretty cool. So we can take that off. He's got an extra little stub on there, and on this side here we can actually take this part off, and that can actually fit onto his belt. Well, not his belt, but his sort of like holder on his thigh, and he can actually transfer that over to his pistol finger and have a bit of a closer combat on there. So take those accessories off, and we can go for his articulation. So his head, we can go left, we can go right, we can look down, and he can look up. His rotation at the waist, we've got a full rotation at the shoulder. His arm can come up this far. We've got rotation here at the elbow. We've got that extra nice smooth single jointed elbow which goes more than 90 degrees. We've got the rotation at the wrist, and it's also on the hinge. His legs can come up this wide, they can kick forward this far, back this far. We've got the upper thigh rotation. It's got a double jointed knee at the knee, and we also got the rocker and a pivot at the ankle. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, for Black Series wise, we've got the articulation there. We've got that extra coolness. There's a Stormtrooper in a different colour. We've got that nice looking kind of cape on there as well. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So looking through the actual sculpt and everything on there, it is literally just the same as the Stormtrooper that we got last year after the the Rise of Skywalker, as they brought it back out with the better articulation. So there's no extra kind of extra markings or anything on there, unfortunately, which would have been quite nice. And I think that's kind of where they kind of missed it really with this guy. Just comparing the actual other Stormtrooper as well, which this one is the same as. I mean, I think they could have just painted that bit black just to give a bit more detail, and a little bit on that marker down there just to break up the red on the back. But obviously it's hidden by the cape, so it's not too bad. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I kind of like the cape. You know, the cape's not too long. It's not going to get in the way. You know, it's kind of like an anti-Phasma, because Phasma's got the red stripe on here, and he's got silver, and she's silver, and he's red. But I just feel like they're kind of missing out on the extra accessories. So we've got the Phasma here, which is obviously like the one from The Last Jedi with her burntness. But I love this extra staff. You know, she's got this extra thing on there. And where these guys are like from the same kind of thing, he just looks like a midget compared to her. And I know Phasma's tall and everything, but it just makes him look a little bit, just a little bit like short and stumpy. There's the other Phasma as well from the original release. So yeah, it just looks a little bit small, and Phasma's helmet just looks really cool compared to just the normal one. But when you've got the other guy sort of standing next to him, he doesn't look too bad, as they're all the same sort of size, so he can actually sort of blend in, and blend in with all the Sith troopers and whatnot as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Would I recommend this guy? I picked him up for £23 from Star Action Figures, which I think you can actually generally get this guy everywhere at the moment. They're like released everywhere online. But yeah, I think so, because further down the line, you know, the Galaxy Edge stuff is going to get a bit harder to get, and for £23 for the sort of more exclusivity, I think is pretty cool. And he is those extra kind of like commanders on the shelf, which like all the other Stormtroopers and stuff like that. So yeah, I think he's one of the must buys, to be honest. And next up, I can't wait, is for Commander Pryor as well. So we're going to have a gold version as well, which is pretty cool. So I think that kind of brings me to the end of the review. You can comment down below, you can subscribe, and you can also follow me on Instagram, which is in the description down below. And until next time, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.